This is the Draft Guys podcast with Peyton and Niko coming at you live with the Jacksonville Jaguars 3-round mock draft. You see the free agents on the screen. Not much happening for them. Hoping to repeat in that AFC South champions slot, but let's see what they can do. So, Pete, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot to talk about here. They're very obviously positioning themselves for a big draft. Had a good season last year, looking to build off that. And rather than taking a bunch of swings, they're looking to take their swings in the draft.
Yep, they're going to need few things here. I see tight end. I see running back one after losing ETN. I see an edge. I see a corner. I see a safety and an interior offensive lineman. They're going to have a chance to do that in their four picks in this 3-round mock draft that they have. And we'll start up the draft simulator. Don't have a first round pick. So the first one's going to come at 56. Going to be super interesting to see. Of course, this is the Travis Hunter trade from last year. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. Hopefully, they utilize him better. Their first pick is going to come, and this is the board. Okay. So obviously, the first need for me is tight end. Eli Sowers is here. Looking down the board, that guy's not the greatest kind of haul, if you will. Mike Washington, I'm super intrigued by Mike Washington in this spot. I don't know if he'll be there at 81. Peter, is there anything jumping off the screen for you with what is left on this board?
Who's it? Defensive tackle. What are the names that are available here? Not great. Man, this is tough. Okay. Yeah, I just speaking of the tight ends, I like the value more down the board. I like maybe Max Clare, Trigg, Raritan, Jolie. Like I like those guys more than taking this is your first pick of the draft. So I trust the value later. I think running back could be important here. Um, hmm, what do you think? Man, I'm pushing this back on you. What do you think here?
I'm going to go running back. I'm going to go Mike Washington. Why not? I know you took Tootin last year, but Mike Washington is a game changer. And I think that he really fits what this Jacksonville Jaguars team is trying to do. A little bit more of a similar runner to Tootin, but let's run two guys who are very similar. And let's see what happens. We're going to take him here at this slot. We'll move to the next pick at 81. I'm hoping that there's some edge rushers on the board because I went with the running back in this slot. Let's see. Do they have anything on the board? Yes, they do. Okay, so Joshua Joseph's probably going to be one of the best BPA guys left. See, Kyle Lewis is here. You see some other guys, Will Lee on this board. Takario Davis is here. Same type of defensive tackles. The next pick's at 88, so maybe Darrell Jackson Jr. will be there. I don't know, Pete Dunn. Pete Dunn, what comes to mind? Obviously, we're looking at the tight ends and we see the guys, the same guys that you were just talking about.
Yeah, this is tough. Jackson absolutely jumps out to me at defensive tackle. I know you talked about getting him at the next pick. I don't think you wait. I think you take him here. I think he's probably the best per value defensive tackle you're going to be able to get in this draft. I think the value for him at 80 is better than the value of defensive tackle at 180 or any of those picks in that range. So I think you take him here. I think he's one of the better difference makers left at a position that you desperately need to upgrade.
Yeah, we're going to put that pick in. Darrell Jackson Jr. going to this team at 81. We'll see if we can have anything on the board. Joshua Josephs is still here. I'm leaning Joshua Josephs. Really like that slot. Their next pick's at 100. I think Michael Trick will be there. I think Eli Raridon would be there. Joe Royer, also another good guy. Pete, how do you feel about Joshua Josephs at this spot?
Yep, that's exactly what I would do. Hammer
This is
that.
a really, really good football player at this spot. I mean, you get a chance at a guy who can play, off the ball outside linebacker and at the same time be an edge rusher at the defensive end. He's got the upright stance. Really like him as a prospect. He's got the disruptive interior move. He kind of plays like one of those interior guys. We're going to take him here. Really good selection. And we're going to move to pick 100. They get three team needs out of the way, which is super intriguing. Okay, corner, safety, um, tight end still. Let's see what we got. So tight ends. Okay, so we got two
Ooh.
guys who went off the board, a little bit more of a shaky thing. We didn't expect that to happen. Joe Royer would be the next guy I'm thinking of, unless Josh Cuevas is around. Um, Otherwise, looking at the corners, Will Lee, Takario
Ooh,
Davis,
Tacario
Julian Neal is a good
Davis.
football player. Also, safeties, same type of thing. Yeah, I'm leaning towards a cornerback for this team. Pete, is there one that you prefer?
Yeah, Tacario Davis here absolutely feels like a Jaguar. That athletic freak that they're willing to take a chance on and trying to build through that system. Tacario Davis is absolutely that. Pairing him hopefully across from Travis Hunter and sometime down the line is a very good corner combo if you're able to develop Davis properly. An athlete at a position of need at 100, this is a swing you're willing to take.
Yeah, we're going to take Tacario Davis here. That's going to round out our draft. Really, really fun draft for this Jags team. Pete Dunn, how do you decipher what they've done?
Yeah, I think this is another very realistic draft. This is not one that maybe has the biggest names in the world, but is one that I think will pay dividends down the line. All of them are scheme fits. All of them are guys that fit the Jaguars system and would be willing to some impact immediately and some impact down the road.
We love this mock draft. And if you like this mock draft, you got to check out the Draft Guys podcast for all of our mock drafts. We thank you guys so much for tuning in.